January 2026. I'm Olivia Odeleke, and it's indeed a pleasure to host another outstanding conversation because that's what we're doing here. We're just having conversations about school improvement and how we can make learning more exceptional. So I just finished publishing a blog. If you haven't seen it already, you can take a look at it on our page. But it dealt with the conditions we are creating and how those conditions actually incentivize the behaviors. So, for example, a principal creates a planning template, and the teachers start copying the same objective every week. And they get it done every Friday, they turn it in. But the real problem, though, is the system design compliance, not thinking. The principal thinks teachers don't care, but that's not really the problem. So today, we're going to focus on how conditions we design become the culture that we see and what to do about it. So, I'm going to give you three different scenarios, and you can comment if you've ever been in this situation. The first one I just gave you was the planning template by the principal. It requires weekly planning submissions. The teachers copy and paste, and they say, hey, they submit it on time. So, the culture created compliance, not planning thinking. The second situation is the walkthrough protocol. You have the principal who is focused on the checklist. The teachers start performing when they see the principal coming through, and it becomes a theater. And I've even had teachers, like when I've gone on learning walks with principals. I remember this one teacher literally said to me after we left, "Oh, the show is over. Now we can go back to regular." And I kind of looked at her. She didn't say it in front of the principal, but she kind of said it in front of me because I guess I look like somebody you can just share insider information. And I just kept saying to myself, what conditions are we really creating? So they perform, they look good doing observation, but the culture created. What's the culture? Performance theater, not authentic practice. And this third one, the data meeting. Oh my goodness, it's all about the data, the data, the data. So I'm the principal, we're going to review and identify all the struggling classrooms, right? And then the teachers start managing their numbers, they start moving things around. And instead of naming real challenges, the condition design protect my data. So the culture created is hide struggle. Don't surface. We're going to focus on not surface learning. So the key point is in every case, leaders had good intentions, but the conditions rewarded compliance, not real thinking. So the question is, how do we shift things? How do I get teachers to plan better, teach better, or be more reflective? Two, because that's how we would predominantly think, how can I get them to plan better? How can I get them to teach better and be more reflective? But we need to change that to what conditions make planning more authentic, make the practice feel authentic, make the planning focus on thinking and honest reflection, the natural response. Like, this is really the way we want teachers to respond. So, here are some things we can redesign. The first thing is replace the template submission with collaborative planning conversations. We want to collaborate and we want to just have a conversation because just submitting something, again, we're creating a culture. Then we want to replace the checklist walkthrough with what did you notice? Follow up questions. Because when we notice things, we give way for wonder, we give way for curiosity. And we want to replace data as accountability, but we want to look at data as curiosity about student learning. We don't have enough questions focused on how are students really learning? What are my practices that are affecting student learning? Those are the types of questions and conditions we need to create to bring those out. So, I'm going to bring up a platform that I've been working on. It's not available yet, but most platforms ask the question, what's your goal? What's your data? What's your action plan? Now, that's the compliant pattern. I want to introduce you to the Lead Team Spark platform. It basically starts with one question. And I am going to pull that up so you can take a look at what that one question is. Let's pull up that screen. I'm just going to debut that one screen for you. So, in this one, we focus on what instructional challenge is the team noticing? That's a different type of question, isn't it? This is part of our improvement cycle here. It's really small. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay, there we go. So the question becomes, what instructional challenge is your team noticing on your team? What are we noticing on our teams, not other people's teams? That's the key part. Like, we're so focused on what other people are doing. We need to focus on what is our team doing and how can we make this better. So the next thing is, on the team collaboratively, you would focus on the grade level. What subject area is this in? And these are two other follow up, very collaborative questions. What strategies or approaches have you or your teachers already tried to address this challenge? So, what have we already done? And this is when you really open it up for authentic teacher talking, because that's what we need. We need more authentic teaching talking. So, we don't start with what's wrong, who's struggling, what does the data say, but what are you noticing? Okay, what are you noticing? This shifts the conditions from reporting problems to surfacing professional curiosity. It makes noticing safe. It makes thinking together the starting point, not defending your data. So, one last thing is, what is your desired outcome? What should you see in classrooms once this challenge is successfully addressed? This is where our imagination comes into place, because we are so focused on problems after problems and being compliant, we can't really even focus on what we really want to see. And painting the picture so crystal clear and scaffolding for teachers and focusing on one simple practice at a time until we get to that point. This is what redesigning the condition looks like in practice. You don't build culture by inspiring people, you design it through small, repeatable conditions. And what's rewarded becomes what's real. So, this week, I would love you to focus on, let's go back to our main screen here. Taking a little minute. Technology, we work with it. This week's question I really want you to think about is, what behavior am I actually incentivizing? And if we can do this and if we can start noticing things, we'll start making shift, because it's not big things. It's small, repeatable things that really make schools improve and make the learning and teaching feel so much worthwhile. So, this week, before we close, I have a new Fearless Educator Anthem song. It's now available on our Fearless Educator radio site, fearlesseducator.com. I will post that up for you so you can see that. And we are just asking for you to think about, how are you going to focus on the behavior you're actually incentivizing. And this theme song is all about having the courage to design something better, because we need something better. So, on that note, I'm just going to play the Fearless Educator theme song, and I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday on the 10-Minute Live Spark.
Take a breath. Right here. right now. This is your space to tune in again, to remember who you are beneath the weight, to remember the work has power because you have power. Welcome to Fearless Educator Radio. Let's align. I choose joy, I choose light, I choose growth over just getting by. I'm not here just to survive, I'm here to thrive. Fearless heart, steady mind, I feel the shift, yeah, it's my time. I found my voice, I stoked my fire, I'm grounded now, I choose to thrive. Unprogram the noise, unlearn the grind. They said burnout meant you're doing it right, but healing starts when we align. There's power in the pause, there's light in the quiet. Every day you show up whole, even when your spark felt low, but it's still there, it never left, just waiting on your breath, your rest. Being fearless doesn't mean no fear, means knowing you still have choice right here. Choose calm, you choose truth, you choose a ripple you're sending through. I choose joy, I choose light, I choose growth over just getting by. I'm not here just to survive, I'm here to thrive. Fearless heart, steady mind, I feel the shift, yeah, it's my time. I found my voice, I stoked my fire, I'm grounded now, I choose to thrive. Radio that tunes the soul, where educators remember their whole, where curiosity leads the way and learning feels alive again. It's only a matter of time before you spark another mind, and they spark two and four and more till classrooms hum and community